That is the only way I'd come back is for the bells. For the bells!
Alright, welcome to another episode of a Little Punchy podcast. We're back from our break. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we figured it all out now.
We're just dumb.
Yeah, we're just dumb. We didn't realize we just need to use YouTube. So you can now find the podcast on YouTube, which is how you found it if you're listening to it. We'll post that on Twitter and stuff, Facebook.
He was drafted in the third round of the 2011 NFL supplemental draft.
Who are you talking about again?
By the way, that's
Terrell
Terrell
Pryor. Alright, so Big Brother, a lot of things have happened. First of all, I'm joined today by my co-host, Will Mathis. How are you doing today, Will?
I'm doing good.
And we're also joined by Ollie Benzerara.
What's up, guys?
Right.
Yes, you said it right.
I think I pronounced it right. And we're going to talk about some Big Brother. There's been a lot of stuff that's happened. The show is really boring now without Jody.
And Mark.
And sure.
I could do without Mark.
And yeah.
He didn't need to go though. There's more people that annoy me.
Has Paul not been a priority the whole season?
I mean, just as far as like a personal, like, can I stand listening to your voice on TV? Like, Elena needed to go. Raven needs to go.
He's really genuine, though.
She's
Who
a
is
radio host.
Mark.
Too.
That's what Josh said about him. He is. He's like too genuine. It's annoying.
Josh?
Yeah. Mark.
Josh
said that about Mark. He's very genuine. He's such a genuine guy.
He's kind of.
You're literally hating on him for that? Like,
Yeah, it gets
ridiculous.
annoying.
He's more just like a baby.
Someone who's too nice is annoying. We've had a lot of experience with someone like that over the last year, and you know that's annoying.
Okay, true. But that's like on a mother, parent relationship right there. Like, that's not with Mark. Mark wasn't like treating them like their children.
From the beginning, Mark's like, it's not his genuineness, of course. Like, you can't be mad at someone for that. But it's just like he's too over the top all the time. From like the beginning of the season when Josh was like, I miss my family, crying about his family, and Mark got fucking mad at him because Mark doesn't have parents. It was like, dude, just because you don't have parents doesn't mean
I hate that
one
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just feel like he's been like that ever since. I never really liked him. And I did like Elena making fun of him, but I don't like Elena either, really. I kind of hate everyone this season. Besides, I like Jason, Paul, Kevin. Kevin cracks me up.
Yeah, Kevin's a G.
Josh, I
like all those guys. I like most people
like
left
laughing
except
at
for
Josh.
pretty much once Raven gets out of the house. Like, I think I'd be pretty content with the house.
Man,
Just content with watching Paul win.
fuck that.
As far as just like from a living standpoint, like I wouldn't want to like punch anyone in the face.
Yeah,
on
that's
a daily
true.
basis.
That's true. Yeah, I guess the most annoying people are, except for Alex, I would. She really bothers me.
I could get along with Alex.
Like, the whole yelling about Kevin thing was ridiculous. I know she was trying to cover up why she was
The
mad at
rowboat
him.
or what?
No,
Yeah, why are they trying to do Kevin so dirty like that?
I don't know why they just in this house they just all of a sudden pick a target and they're like, oh, he did one little thing. Why?
Well, Kevin started like trying to make deals with Cody.
Yeah, I
And,
guess.
like,
He's always been cool with Cody.
They're just stupid though because let Kevin do whatever the hell he wants. He's
Right?
never gonna be a threat.
He's
Like,
never been HOH.
yeah,
He has
Kevin's
a bad
not.
wrist.
He's not winning this game. Like, I mean, maybe you take him to the end and
If
he gets
he
a
got
ton
to
of
the
sympathy
end,
votes,
yeah.
but I think he'd be the easiest. He's not going to win an HOH against you for the final three. You know.
Yeah.
But on a serious note, how much money do you think Kevin has buried?
I don't know. I'm kind of curious what Kevin did do for a career. The only thing I've been able to find is he was a model at one point.
Right. He was like Mr. Massachusetts or something.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, I think he did some acting gigs off of that, and
Well, he got $25,000 before they went into the house, so
Yeah,
I'm sure he's happy off that. Yeah.
and that's finally getting out around the house. Everyone thought it was Ramsey's for the longest time. Now Paul's just telling everyone because he wants Kevin out.
It just
Oh,
happens to
right,
be true.
because Kevin told Paul.
Oh, that's right. See,
God,
that's Paul the
everyone
snake.
tells Paul everything.
He
I don't
just
know.
manipulates them so much.
Which
Oh
I
my gosh.
do like. I respect it, and I've liked seasons like that in the past. There's this guy, Derek. He was on the season, Derek.
Yeah.
That weird episode, the cop.
Mm-hmm.
His season was amazing. He did the exact same thing as Paul. He was controlling the whole house, like the whole time. You knew he was going to win in the end, but it was still entertaining. There were still moments where like his game almost got blown up, and he had to like scramble out of it, and ended up backdooring someone he wasn't planning on doing it. But like he was controlling all of the moves the entire time, and no one ever suspected him or looked at him as a target. And Paul, it's even more kind of impressive because he's a veteran doing this, and they should have had him to begin with. But it's, I don't know, it's just become boring.
Yeah, not a lot of excitement happening ever since Jess and Cody left.
Yeah.
It's because Cody kept it lit and real.
Yeah, Cody
He
got
really hated everyone
intense.
so much.
I do miss his like diary room things where he would just stare annoyed into the camera, because like that is a real reaction, not like Paul being like just like screaming off the top of his voice.
Those people are annoying. Him and Josh
Raven
and Alex, like they all. I was like, why are you yelling at me? Like,
Jason doesn't bother me because that's like who Jason is all the time.
Yeah,
he's yelling, so he's still being real.
Yeah, he's like smiling and stuff.
Yeah.
Alex,
She seems a little fake to me.
she annoys me, but she does kind of yell a lot too, so that is kind of similar to her. But
What about the Zing bot? That was so great.
I hate the Zing bot.
That was so
great.
I can't stand its voice. The just like like
thought
so
it
long.
I thought it was hilarious.
He
awesome.
did actually call them out though, so that was great.
He
Yeah.
got Raven so good with the clown makeup. She
And
didn't even know what
at
he
first,
was talking about.
I think she did. At first, I really thought she didn't know what the hell he was saying. But by the end of it, she was trying to play it off. She
Right.
knew that it was the makeup.
And it was so like the way she reacted, like she like didn't know how to respond, so everyone else in the room didn't know how to respond either. Like,
Mark like pushed her like 3 feet. He's just like laughing at her. He's the only one. He's like, oh my god, like shoving his arm into her. Oh my god. And then they called her out again for fucking Matt.
yeah, Matt's
Oh my
done
God.
nothing in the
Yeah.
house except for Raven.
Yeah. And there's proof. There's proof of that on Twitter.
Yeah, her mom should be proud.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone really good though. Christmas. He messed Christmas up so bad.
I can't
Oh,
even
that song.
remember.
The
Yeah,
12
this-
days of Christmas bill.
Oh yeah, all the broken bones, like the medical bills, and not being able to
Surgeries.
walk when you're older. Like he's so low.
And one guilty rodeo clown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was great.
I mean, that wasn't really like a personal attack. Like that was just kind of hilarious.
Yeah, no, yeah, but it is bringing up that
That's just a super
she might not.
for her.
Yeah, she might
I
not
guess.
literally. She might not walk when she's older though. So I mean, like it might affect.
And
her
that
as
is
well.
her career. Like,
Yeah,
she's a
being
fitness
a
superstar.
fitness
She does
superstar.
CrossFit.
She'll figure something out.
It was funny. I heard her. I feel like I've said this in the podcast before, but one day talking to. Josh. I guess this is when they were really getting close in the beginning, and she was kind of talking shit about Elena because Elena would nonstop talk about her like social media presence and all of her followers and stuff. And Christmas is just telling Josh, she's like, my dog has more followers there, and she's like, I'm not even kidding. Like Christmas is like I have like 25,000 followers and stuff. Like our gyms are really popular. People are constantly looking at my social media, and Elena had like I don't know, it was like 5,000 people like looking at her or something. It's just funny.
That is that's
Yeah, so a lot of stuff has happened. We're not gonna really go over everything because that'd be pointless at this point. It's been so much stuff. But who's left in the house? We kind of said it, but Jason and Alex are one pair.
Matt.
Christmas and Josh, Matt and Raven. Then Paul is the third in every pair, and they all think they have Paul like in their alliance. And then there's Kevin. by
And then there's
himself.
Kevin.
Kevin thinks he's in alliance with Jason and Alex, but no, not really.
They're playing him dirty, so
They should use Kevin. They're being stupid. They could totally have an advantage over people in the house. Or like when you get rid of Matt and Raven and it's Christmas, Josh, and Paul, at least you'd have that third just in case if you don't trust Paul, which they shouldn't. Who do you think he's going to go with? Paul. Which duo would he go to the final three?
Christmas and Josh, because technically he really only could be one.
I think it'd be Christmas and Josh too. He might end up doing like Christmas,
yeah.
Josh and Jason, or Josh and Alex, or something.
Yeah, I don't think any one of those like actual duos will make it to the final three together.
Together, I don't think so.
I think Christmas won't make it because she can't compete.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially like last year when they got down to the final three, like Christmas wouldn't be able to do any of that stuff.
What would be her speech really in the finals too? She hasn't done much. She can say, I had to compete on one leg this whole season, but some people look at that like, this is bullshit. You should have been taken out. You were gone for 6 days. None of us got to leave the house for a week like you did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Her only thing was like she had to change up her entire game plan.
And she won one HOH that Paul threw to her.
Yeah, she took out her. You took out her strongest asset, her physical ability.
Yeah. I hate that every week whoever's HOH is like, I'm gonna do a big move this week, and it's just
You
whatever
don't.
Paul wants, and it's just boring Mark, Cody, or Jessica. It's like these aren't big moves. Cody, they always said he was like such a big move, but he was nothing in this house. He literally could do nothing but win HOHs. But that was his only threat.
Mm-hmm.
He'll never have a social game.
And when they had the safety comp too, he'd win those too.
Yeah,
He's a great competitor.
definitely. Mark was really good at the end.
Yeah, he turned it on. He won what,
4 at least.
Like, yeah.
Because
What,
him
4
and
weeks
Paul were
straight
having
he
that
won a
day.
comp or something.
Him and Paul were talking about it that one day, just saying, he's like, "Oh, you're pretty good. You've won 4." He's like, "Yeah, I hope I make it 5." And then he lost and went home.
What was that veto he lost?
The slime.
The sliding thing. He could not even stand. He's so top heavy, he could not stand up at all.
Oh,
Like
Sliding
slide
back and
down.
forth. I'm surprised Jason did as well as he did.
When he was running in place for like 30 seconds.
And being so big, being so tall, I feel like Paul
But he's a rodeo.
was going to
guy.
win
He
that.
does
Yeah.
Stuff like that. all the
Yeah,
time.
take a fall pop right back up.
Oh yeah, exactly.
He took some hard falls in that. That was great.
that would be fun though. I don't know why. Like, why wouldn't you just slide down there on your butt?
That's what I was thinking. Like, just get a little bit of running start and then just get down on your butt real quick.
Just
Stop.
dive at first.
That's a really good idea.
And then,
You
like,
know what I mean?
yeah.
And Jason's tall enough to easily not even have to get up, maybe to like.
Just stay low to begin with,
Yeah.
and try to get there, and then just like slide for like
Yeah.
half of it.
And then even like, I don't know, when you're walking back up, you should wipe that butter off your shoes. Like, so you start off with some fresh kind of
somewhat
shoes.
fresh, yeah.
You know, like when you're playing basketball, and you wipe the dust off the bottom of your
Yeah.
shoes. Get a little better grip than what you had before. Anyways, we'll get in the house someday, right? We can do all this.
Yeah, right.
We got the podcast. That'll be our social media presence.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why they haven't done something like that so far. Someone who covers the show in a podcast or something like that. Been in it. There aren't a lot of them, and I guess the most popular ones are former.
Yeah.
And did like
House
Ramses and them have social media presence? They're just super fans.
Yeah, they're just super.
Well,
fans.
everyone
I
that
mean,
comes out of the show has a social media
Yeah,
presence
oh,
from
yeah.
the show.
Yeah, once they come out, but like
Yeah.
not going into it.
Yeah, not going in.
I really want them to do like an all-star season. They have, I think they've only ever done one, and it's Dakota, who's writes for The Oak Leaf, or he's our photographer. What's his
Photo editor.
photo editor? Yeah, I couldn't remember his position. He wants to be on the show. He's only 18, so he said in 3 years he's going to be on the show, and it's the he pointed out it's the 20th season next season, so they
Right.
should do an all-star season for the 20th season. Bring back a bunch of like maybe you. I mean, how many people are in the house this season?
There were
16.
17 when Paul walked in.
You could do
No, because Cameron had to leave.
But when Paul walked in, there were 17 for a second.
so. Yeah, so but it probably would be 16
Yeah.
next season or whatever, or maybe like 18. So you could do 16 winners from the last 20 seasons. If you get 16 of them to come back and compete against each other, I would like to see that. At least it's different.
We're all the second.
They have some
place people.
experience. Yeah, or like everyone who got second place. That'd
Yeah,
be good.
because they'd be the ones who were super
Yeah.
thirsty about getting that.
And,
Right?
and a lot of people online, they want to see everyone that was evicted first.
That'd be
Oh.
First
interesting.
person evicted to come back in and
Because
play.
you never really.
Who'd
That
be the,
season
who'd be the poor person to get evicted first twice?
They did that on Survivor. I mean, they didn't have all the people who were evicted first, but they had this one girl come back who was evicted first, and she was again voted off the island first.
That sucks.
Yeah.
You're like, F this show, I'm going somewhere else.
Seriously. That's so great.
See, that would be cool if they did that.
You'd bring back some All Stars.
As long as they just, I don't want to see Jessica come back. I don't want
Why
to
don't
see
you like
Jessica
that?
or
Why don't you
Cody.
like Jessica that much?
They're just annoying.
They're annoying or
Yeah.
she's annoying?
They're annoying.
Her and Cody?
What's annoying
Yeah.
about them?
They're
Their
just
lack
a-
of social game.
They're assholes.
They are assholes. Yeah, I mean the whole fat shaming thing in the end was not good, but I don't know. I just like Jessica this whole season. I thought she could have been so good if Cody never met her.
I mean, like, Cody's not that much of an asshole. He just did what he had to do. And, like, literally, he got effed over in the game with all the new surprises.
But that's
the first
he
week.
did make a stupid move. He tried to make a big move week 1, and he told nobody that he
Big
was
move
doing
by
it.
taking Paul out?
Yeah.
How's that a big move? That should have been the obvious move. The dude came into the house.
How's
He was
that-
second win. He got
Yeah,
second place.
That's
Take him out. He's obviously
Yeah,
gonna.
you're describing why it's a big move, though. He's a veteran. He got second place. He knows exactly what he's doing. He should win over anyone in the house.
It shouldn't
That's
be
why.
a big move. Everyone realizes that. That should just be like the obvious.
But that
move.
was like his big mistake. He should have told some people
the
about
thing
it.
is
Yeah,
making
then-
an alliance and
I agree with
telling
that. He
nobody.
definitely should-
And
yeah.
then when it, I mean, yeah, he had to think on his feet there, but he made the stupidest choice by putting Christmas up. He could have just.
I agree with that.
He could have been like, "Whoops, you guys got me." Ramsey's get up there. Like no one cares about Cameron. Get on there.
Or Jason. It was supposed to be Jason.
Right.
Worked
Worked out.
But yeah, it's like you make an alliance, you don't tell anyone what you're gonna do, and then you put two people that are in your alliance on the block.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like, all right, why would anyone trust you from that point forward?
Like he does have a good point. He
That's
had
true.
to like nominate a third of the house week 1.
5 people he had
Yeah.
to put up on the block.
There were other
He
options.
he just handled it so poorly. Someone Paul would not have done that. You know, Paul would not have put up Christmas like someone
So are
else.
you saying if he had the alliance and he talked with his team and they're all
if he told Mark and
Communicating
Matt and
finally.
Raven
Yeah.
and Jessica, I don't even know if he told Jessica.
Paul probably
He didn't
got
tell
out week
Jessica.
1.
Yeah, if you would have just told them like, "Hey guys, what do you think of this?" Like, yeah, Paul seems like he's cool and stuff, but we need to take him out. Like, at least say something to someone. Like,
Yeah, he almost won last season. Like, come on.
yeah, this is ridiculous. Why are we gonna let him stay? It's what Paul did, and the season before, all the veterans came in the house, and he was like, "We need to get rid of these people right away."
He
Like,
understands. He says it all the time. He's like, I can't believe these people aren't targeting
Yeah,
me. Like,
it's-
what is going on?
it's ridiculous.
It's so funny to me. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Stupid pendant of protection.
He's got 3
That was totally
groups in his
rigged.
pocket right now.
So rigged.
I think they just knew Paul would win it.
Yeah, that's why I mean it was rigged. Like
Yeah, it's
they
just-
set up this thing that they knew Paul was gonna win, and he would get.
Because at
3
that
weeks of
point, there's
safety.
really no
It was
reason to
like
vote for
CBS,
anyone
right?
else.
Yeah. And I also think, but I think the Jessica thing could have been rigged too, where maybe she didn't get. I think no matter what, if Paul didn't get the votes, they're gonna give it to him.
I don't know.
I think so.
Either way, but either way, I think it's just at that point in the show, it's so early on. There's people that know Paul and like Paul, and there's people that don't
Exactly.
like Paul. And the people that don't like Paul, their votes are going to get split 15 different ways. So naturally, Paul's going to have more votes.
Yeah.
As far as Jessica goes, like that, what was her thing called? The Haltine Hex.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she was the only player in the game that they were targeting. So she was like literally the only person that was going to benefit from it. So
Yeah.
if you were watching and you wanted it to get used,
Yeah.
you voted for Jessica.
Yeah. But again, I just still think the same thing. That if she didn't get the most votes, they would have given it to her.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because it
That's
makes
the
good
scenario.
TV.
Exactly.
They don't care about being like ethical.
At
Yeah, I
all.
guess.
It's the ratings for sure.
Either way, I thought all those,
No matter what, it was set up for them to win.
the whole Den of Temptation, all that stuff that came with it was
There's
so
too many
dumb.
temptations.
I
and
liked
stuff
it.
this
It's like the
season.
whole theme for the summer, though. It's like the summer of temptation.
I hated
Yeah,
it.
I don't like it.
It completely stopped the game. There was like a month period where literally like one person got sent
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
Like with Cody
Yep.
coming back and Jessica stopping the eviction. It's just like there was like a month where nobody left the
And
house.
then they have the safety things that were just giving Cody any chance to stay in this game, basically. I don't know.
It
got
really
too far.
it just made it impossible to like
I'm sure
play
they
the
started
game.
rigging it for sure. like
So
you said.
what was last season's theme? The battle back thing? Was it like a traveling theme or something? And that's why it
I mean,
was.
it was a summer vacation. The house was.
That's
I
what it
guess.
was. Okay.
And they
But
had,
that was like the big thing, right? Battle back. There wasn't
oh,
really
yeah.
anything.
They had
else.
2 battle backs. They had the round trip ticket, which didn't get used because Paul got it. Remember when they got the France room, where they found the secret room behind the.
What did it do?
It was just if you got evicted, they'd open up your ticket. If it was round trip, you go back in the house.
Paul got it.
And he was the first one to find the
Right,
room, and
right,
he picked the right
right.
ticket, but he never got evicted. The guy's been in the house 150 days, 160 days, never been evicted.
Insane.
So is that coupon still valid for this season?
Nah.
That'd be great. They're like, actually, Paul, you're going back in.
He's like, I packed this on purpose.
He's like, I know this shit's rigged.
Yeah, you guys want me to win, right?
Yeah. What else big has happened in the time we've been gone?
When was the last time you guys? What did you guys cover last
3
time?
weeks ago?
It's been a while.
It's been-
Probably been
Oh,
longer.
so how about the Halloween haunted house?
That looked cool.
That was
That's cool.
hilarious.
I loved Cody during
Dude, the
it.
reactions were so funny.
Cody was just like, yeah, okay,
Dude.
get out of my way.
He's
Yeah,
a Marine. I'm
I
sure
don't
he's
know
seen some much scarier
Why
shit.
and why wouldn't everyone act like that? Like it's Big Brother. Like nothing's gonna happen to
They
you.
can't hurt you yet.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, but you've never been in one of those haunted houses before?
They're scary, yeah.
And they like tell you the same thing when you walk in, like they cannot touch you, they will not hurt you, blah blah blah.
no, I guess I've never been.
But
Oh,
straight
it's
at you.
yeah, but it's still
Yeah.
scary as shit when people are just popping out and
And
scaring
like
you,
walking
you
by
can't
things
see.
that
Yeah,
weren't moving and then that did move. Like,
Honestly, it would probably just hit something. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Fuck
Like
you.
it's always going to be my reaction. Is just punch the guy. Have you ever seen that video? This is totally off topic. With that guy like pops out of a garbage can to
Yeah.
scare someone, and this guy
Turns
instantly
around,
knocks
pop.
him out.
oh yeah.
It's great. That's what I want to do.
Kevin, that was kind of like Kevin's reaction. He was just like, he was ready.
Yeah,
Kevin was
Kevin-
so ready.
Yes. What you want?
He's
Freaking Jason grabbed the crow.
like,
What do you thought? You thought the word was wrath?
Yeah,
It was,
yeah.
that
What's
was
the symbol for
ridiculous.
wrath? Oh,
I can't
crow.
believe Jessica couldn't even do it. That was ridiculous. That kind of pissed me off.
I'm not sure if she actually did. Do you think she actually tried to throw it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think she actually might have been scared.
Yeah, I think she was honestly scared.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Because
seeing
they
it.
never talked about it beforehand. They talked about like we need to win the veto and win safety. Like we.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Who knows how much it missed?
I have no idea.
We're talking about McGregor, Mayweather. I keep wanting like their names.
I guess just thinking back on it, I know nothing about boxing, but the point of a boxing match is to knock someone out, right?
Yeah.
So it seems a little counterintuitive to call a fight before someone hits the mat.
He barely was on the ropes for like a half a second when they called it too. It was like literally Mayweather was beating his ass more.
The point of
in
boxing
the
is not
box,
to
you know.
knock someone out.
Actually,
It's
yeah,
not?
It's
No.
technically to get more
Yeah.
points in the other person to actually land more punches.
One way of doing that is knocking it out,
Yeah.
knocking him out,
Right.
and just finishing there. But yeah, I guess like it is a goal to like knock someone out. But like the point of boxing is to win. I guess just win the fight.
But that's how you win the
There-
fastest.
yeah, there's
It's
three
based on
like
points.
basically three different ways to win. I mean, four, I guess, if a fight gets called.
But I
low
guess
blows or
so. I
something.
guess then just the way the fight was going at that time, like McGregor needed a second to like get himself together and just quit getting hit, punched in the face.
Yeah, maybe
So,
let
like,
him go in the ring.
If he falls to the ground, that's like a second to like all
Yeah.
right,
He has 10
regroup.
seconds to get up, otherwise.
But the rules are like he wasn't protecting himself. If you're not protecting himself
really?
over and over, like he's supposed to call the fight.
I didn't even think about that. That's a good point because
Yeah.
he literally had his hands down.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the last 2
He
rounds,
couldn't pick
like,
it. I
totally
think a
down.
lot of it was fatigue.
Oh, it was most
Like
definitely.
he mostly lost the fight because of fatigue.
Oh yeah.
He talked about that. He said like the first 3 rounds, he's like, that's what I usually fight for a UFC fight. He's like, I can do that easily.
Yeah.
He's like, once you hit like the middle rounds, you just felt dead.
Yeah, he went 10 rounds.
He said he got a bit of a resurgence, I think, like the 6th or 7th round, but like, by the time he got to like 9, 10, he just
Yeah.
couldn't do anything.
If they really want to do a fight for money, I'm just saying they should do like a fight with a retired boxer, MMA fighter, and a retired Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
Because those motherfuckers are trained to kill, and they know all the countermeasures.
And they had to box.
And they had to box.
Every person
so
in the Navy
a
has to
Navy
box.
SEAL versus like a famous.
Wait, so is this a boxing match or a
Yeah,
UFC
no,
fight?
It could be either.
If it's
or.
a boxing match,
it could be either.
the
or.
boxer's always going to win. They're trained to be a boxer. If it's
Right.
a UFC fight,
Okay, it would have to be UFC because
I
they
think
can
you
do
want. I
counters.
think you want to watch a street fight
No,
between a retired
UFC fight.
and some like old guy from the Navy.
No, say like you get someone from SEAL Team 6, like a famous Navy SEAL. Okay, so we just get hella money, and then do like the best person in UFC right now in their weight class. I don't know who it would be. Say someone's
John Jones on steroids,
Okay, there you go. Or like even like Brock Lesnar.
also on steroids.
Yep. Like that would be a crazy fight to see. Because I guarantee you the Navy SEAL will win. Whoever they're fighting, it doesn't even matter who they're fighting. Because they're trained at a higher level than an MMA fighter, I would have to say.
How about Cody?
Cody, yeah, there you go. He's a Marine.
He's a Marine. That doesn't count. The Navy SEALs are on a whole nother tier. They have to like lie in the ocean for
forgot
like
which one he was.
an hour. You know what I mean? They just have super hardcore training.
Yeah, I mean, I think Marines do too. I just don't know if like they might have hardcore training, but if he's a retired,
That's what I'm. Okay, retired.
if he's retired, he's not gonna have the stamina.
active
There you
Navy
go.
SEAL.
Yeah. Why don't we just start a league of Navy SEAls fighting each other, fighting SEALs,
Oh my god.
Yeah?
Fighting SEALs.
and then SEAL will be the announcer, the musician.
All right,
Shows at Warriors games.
you lost me. Let's get back to Big Brother.
All right. Oh, back to Big Brother.
How do we see things playing out? How do we see things playing out going forward?
Paul's gonna win.
Nah, Matt's gonna get out this week.
Yeah, Matt's going.
That's
Let's
a sure thing.
Should we get to spoilers?
Yeah,
Do you want
sure.
to hear spoilers?
Hear spoilers? How do you guys know what's gonna happen?
Because it's already happened in the live feeds.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things like the veto's already happened.
They've already played the veto. They've already done the veto ceremony.
Oh man.
Do you not want to know?
I mean, I do, but like,
It's not.
it's less incentive to watch it when it's.
Yeah.
It really is. I always forget
Yeah.
on now.
I know.
It's like, oh shit, it's 8:30. Like I can
Yeah. All you
How
gotta
about
really.
this? Where do you watch the live feed for viewers and myself who don't know?
You have to pay for it
Yeah.
through CBS. Yeah.
CBS All Access.
Yeah. CBS
Yeah,
All
it's
Access.
like $6 a month.
Yeah. You also get to watch Raiders games wherever you are.
Yeah.
I'm a Patriots fan.
And you get to watch all the old seasons of Big Brother. You get to watch any CBS football game. So
Yeah.
the Patriots are on CBS.
But
Yeah.
the Raiders, I remember watching them like streaming. It was always a pain in the ass. They always wanted you to pay for CBS All Access. Like if you aren't on a TV, it's the only way to watch a Raiders game online. All right, so I guess we won't spoil it.
If you want, it's okay.
It's really not that exciting.
Who gets the veto?
You spoil it, Will, because I haven't even seen it. You just told me.
Jason won the veto.
Okay.
The House makes a big push to get Kevin on the block so they can vote him out.
Yeah, right. That's not gonna happen.
Also, we learned from Dakota that I guess Kevin and Josh got into like some really heated argument.
So he must watch the live feeds then.
Yeah,
you
he does
told
watch
me
live
about that,
feeds,
yeah.
and then he said Josh. They were just having an argument. He's not
Why isn't
actually
Dakota
sure
here?
what it was. He probably would have stayed if he would have done it right away. So yeah, I don't know what the argument was about, but Josh, somewhere in the argument, brings up Kevin's kids, and Kevin loses his mind. Is what I've heard from Dakota, our field reporter.
I don't buy Kevin's act. What's he gonna do? He's like 60 years old.
Dude,
Oh,
Kevin's a
he could
big-
literally call up anyone in Boston to come kill them, and Big Brother with all their cameras still wouldn't know. I swear.
Kevin's a big guy. I don't know.
Compared to Josh, like
Yeah, but Kevin grew up in the streets of Boston, man.
Right?
He's had to like fight his whole life. Josh is a little baby
You
that's
ever
never
seen
left his house
intro
before.
Video? His intro video, he's like walking through the streets like with a cane or like some jacket over his shoulders, not even like tucked in.
Josh would just cower. He wouldn't even fight back.
Oh man.
anyways.
The one thing I said is Josh can do his swinging arm thing
Oh
and
my
just hit
gosh.
Kevin with that. Yeah.
It's like what
What's
McGregor
this?
did.
Is that
He
like
does that in like the
when he's dancing
in
or
the
what?
diary room all the time. You never seen
Oh,
this?
right.
He gets
yeah, yeah.
excited. Or
Yeah,
something
he like starts spinning his arms and just start attacking Kevin with your big giant gorilla arms.
So Jason doesn't put Kevin on the block. He doesn't.
Leaves
He
as
doesn't
Matt
use the
Raven to
veto.
go.
Good.
So
Yeah.
Matt and Raven stay on the block. And then I guess Matt's supposed to be a have-not this week, and he was eating some food, so Matt got a penalty vote.
I didn't even know that's what happens. I guess if you're a have-not and you eat some...
He ate cereal.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, I was going to say, he must have been eating cereal.
Probably.
He probably knows he's going home and trying to get to 1,000 bowls.
Yeah, at one point I was watching the feeds.
I've
and
gone to 1,000
he
bowls,
was-
just a different way.
At one point I was
Me too.
last night I was watching the feeds, and he was making it look like a bomb-ass bowl of cereal. Like he had or not cereal, it was ice cream.
I was going to say, like, what's so bomb about
Yeah,
this?
like,
Well,
put fruit,
he had, like,
what?
Captain Crunch mixed with some tricks.
No, so he was putting some ice cream.
Almond
Then
milk.
he had like this whole layer, like a Cool Whip on top of it, and then he was getting some like Nestle cookie dough and like breaking it up and putting it in there.
Oh my god.
And then the feeds cut out because I think a producer is probably like, "Hey, you're not about to eat that, right? You already got a penalty vote."
And he just
He's
made
like-
this giant bowl. He's like, fuck.
But at that point, could it be like, I don't want Raven to go home. Like this is game strategy. Like I want all the votes I can get.
And I'm eating this bomb food while I have it.
So, do you think he gets a vote for every delicious thing he has?
I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be. I think. I don't know.
Why should I be in the recap? They're
So,
gonna show me
what
the
if I
food.
make myself a whole pizza and eat it? Do I get vote per slice? I get vote for the whole pizza?
Right? Because I could just make that pizza last 2 days.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you can make it and do whatever you want with it, but you can't eat it. So I don't know if they could.
But what if I do
What else
eat
you
it?
do with it?
Yeah.
I don't know. You could like look at it. You could put it in.
But I want to know how they give out the votes.
Yeah, does that just mean one less person votes?
If
or
I
they
cut
just
the
always
pizza,
have
is
one?
it
No, everybody
vote
votes
per
too.
slice? But if I leave it whole and I just eat it all as one?
I don't know. These are great questions.
Oh, man, we gotta ask them.
Or is
I'll
it
start tweeting these questions
sour-
out.
Yeah, exactly.
So unfortunately, they're gonna vote out Matt on Thursday, which is too bad. I really want Raven to
I
go.
hate Raven.
I mean, talking about having no game, Matt really had no game.
Oh yeah, he has no game at all.
He was just annoying.
He wears the same shirt every time. I love that Zingbot called him out for that.
What did you think of Matt's behavior during the HOH competition?
Oh yeah, I thought it was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. Dude.
He's being a little baby.
Who said it? Was it Josh? Like now's the time you're trying to like say something and actually be vocal about anything in this game.
Like all of a sudden you want to play the game. Like
like what?
I thought he was just being stupid and making himself a target. I mean, we should talk about that a little bit. So there was the HOH competition. It's a balancing one. They're all hot dogs in a hot dog bun, and they just got to hold on. It was disgusting. Seeing that ketchup and mustard get squirted on.
Relish?
Yeah, and for some reason it was like water plus mustard and ketchup. For sometimes it made it way worse for me. I don't know why. Just watching that.
Too,
I think it was that bad.
Oh god, I thought it was disgusting.
It was funny how like Alex got absolutely destroyed with her ketchup mustard, and Kevin like barely got hit at all.
Barely touched it.
Like no mustard.
It was like sprayed a little bit, like a light
so
drizzle on Kevin. So they all drop. Oh, so most of them are out. I don't know. It's basically down to Paul, Jason, Alex, and Raven at one point, and Raven starts saying stuff like, "Come on, guys! Like, what do you want for a deal? Let's make a deal." And Jason just laughs like instantly. He's like, "Ha ha! Like, idiot! What do you think? No, I'm not making a deal with you." And she's saying like, "I want a letter from my mom." Well, it's too late. You should have pitched that like way earlier in the season.
Yeah,
I'll get a letter. Some other stupid HOH.
Yeah,
doesn't mean anything.
Make a deal when there's a clear target in Cody and Jessica.
Yeah,
like
we're not making deals.
Who
now.
knows who you're gonna put up?
Yeah,
and I think she would have put up Jason. And
I
Alex.
think so too. And then
so fuck Raven.
Yeah, so no one's saying anything to her. Paul's just like, I'm not gonna say shit. And he throws it because Paul is aligned with everyone, so he can't be HOH, or else they would.
He did not
reveal
fake that
himself.
very well.
I thought he did.
I watched it on the live feed and I bought it.
He didn't even know that it was fake
Yeah.
when he watched it the first time.
Really?
I saw him.
On the live feed,
I thought he was like.
now they don't show that stuff.
He put his arms up. I thought he was like dancing, fucking around, and then it moved back at the perfect time. He was like, "Oh fuck!" and he fell.
It probably looked bad on the show just because like all of a sudden he starts dancing to us, but they might have been doing.
Well, he
all
also
might have been doing that
said-
stuff the whole time, trying to stretch and like move their arms.
Yeah, there
and stuff.
People at multiple times were like, "Oh fuck!" Like had to get their hands back on there.
Alex talking about how she had to use the water to scrub off.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
That was
mustard
smart, that's
ketchup. I was disappointed because I want Alex to leave, but
I don't know why you don't like Alex.
she annoys me.
Why would you
Yeah, she
want
annoys me
Alex
too.
to leave before Raven?
I don't, but Raven's definitely more annoying. I mean, I guess, but Alex is like just annoying to me. I don't like her at all. At least Raven, they can make fun of her. She mumbles. No one knows what the hell she's saying.
Yeah.
She's a compulsive liar. I get to make fun of that. But
I
then,
guess she's just someone you love to hate.
yeah, and Alex is just only just hate. But
Alex is actually good at the game,
she
though.
is good.
I
So
like your attitude.
it gets down to Alex and Jason, and they're obviously aligned with each other. And no one's dropping, and the rest of the house guests start. No, I guess not the rest of the house
Just
guests.
Matt.
Just Matt, because Raven's sitting there crying, and she's really cold apparently, and they're freaking out. Like, come on, what are you guys doing? You're aligned together. Like, why don't one of you just drop? He starts saying things like, "This is really sketchy." What is sketchy? I don't understand what he's talking about.
Yeah, what would be sketchy about it? Like, yeah, they're aligned, but they're just, I don't know, they're having fun. One of them wants to win.
My point was, they could have sold it a little better. I don't know what the point of them both staying up there was, besides they maybe don't trust the other person as much. I
think Jason just wants it as a pride thing. Like,
yeah,
I got another
that's what
HOH.
he should have said. They should have said to each other, like, Alex, when it comes down to us in the final two, I want to be able to say I had 2 HOHs, you had 0. Or she could say, like, yeah, I want to be able to have, like, just as many HOHs as you. So,
she had an HOH, though.
Oh, she has had one, yeah. So that's what they should have said. This will break the tie between who had the most HOH. They could have whispered that to each other, even.
Jason's HOH, though, was the double eviction where he wasn't.
He was HOH for like 2 hours.
Yeah,
Not
that's a
even.
good point.
Like, he didn't get the room and all that
That's
stuff.
true.
Yeah,
That's also a
he
good
should have
point.
said that. Instead, they were just like, let's make a deal. What are you talking about? What do you want? Alex is like, I want safety. They're like, what are you talking about? You idiots. Like, just say anything else besides, I want safety. He was saying, like, give me a back rub then. Like, if you're going to offer me something.
And why wouldn't Jason just say, all right, deal, you have safety?
Yeah, I think he did in the end, and then she jumped off finally. But then Raven is crying in the corner, and Matt gets all pissed off about it and starts yelling at him. Like, he just wants them to quit, and I love at the end when they finally quit, they show how long they've been up. It's only been an hour.
Yeah,
I thought it was like maybe 5 hours or something crazy at that
Yeah,
point.
This house
They've been
sucks at
freezing
competitions.
forever, but yeah, no, it was an hour.
I heard-
Get over it.
I
It
heard-
could be cold.
I heard Paul on the feeds was like, yeah, when last season when we had comps like that, like they would go on 3 hours. Like we had competitions beats with
Because they had
Victor
people like James
and Pauly
and
James, yeah.
those competitions specific like James and Bridget,
Yeah,
they
any-
could stay up there forever.
Any sort of endurance comp, like they would go for
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah, they eventually had to make deals in the end.
Yeah.
Just because everyone wanted to go inside and they didn't want to be up there anymore. James and Bridget stood in that thing for
These
ever.
these people get on there for like 5 minutes. Like, all right, let's make a
Hey,
deal.
Kevin has a bad wrist, okay?
I know,
Pacemaker. That
but
was
yeah,
called?
pacemaker.
Fuck you.
Yeah, so that's another thing they show with Raven. They finally, like, the show called out her compulsive lying.
Yeah.
Paul and Christmas were talking about it a little bit, how they think she's a compulsive liar, and they show a lot of the lies. My favorite one had to be Paul is making food in the kitchen, and he turns to Raven. They're talking about school. Oh, she's
She
talking
says
about,
she's
like,
super smart.
yeah, I'm super smart. My mom's super smart, so that means I'm super smart.
We're
Basically,
in,
is
we're
what
in
she's saying.
Mensa or something.
Mensa, yeah.
Mensa, yeah.
My mom's in Mensa. So am I. I just threw it in at the end. I was like, what? No, shut up. You're not in Mensa. And then Paul asked her, oh, what was your GPA?
Which is a weird question to
I was
ask.
just thinking that, actually. Yeah, it is a
We
weird
said
question.
graduating GPA.
Yeah, I guess. But still, it's like he is kind of calling her out.
I
Yeah.
graduated my GPA shit though.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously.
True. Yeah,
And
it
then
doesn't fuck
she goes, her answer is, I took dance and some business. He just goes back to cooking. Like, that's not an answer.
and then Paul kind of half calls her out when she says how her mom's been struck by lightning.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's just like, your mom's an anomaly.
Yeah. He's like, that is ridiculous.
I have an
That
inverted
does not
spine.
happen. Yeah, I've been inverted.
Your
Like,
head's
what
wearing
is
leggings
that?
and your
What
legs
does
are wearing
that
headbands.
mean? Oh my god. It's
But then she said she
insane.
trained for the Olympics. Like, oh,
Yeah,
with
she-
your inverted spine and the knee that you need surgery on. Like,
Yeah, I love that. She just walks out into the backyard. I just feel like she totally decided, I'm going to have a limp. I'm going to walk back there and I'm going to have a limp now. And she just starts like this crazy limp. And they're like, oh, what's wrong with you? She's like, oh, I just need surgery everywhere. I'm falling apart.
It's like, you should go take care of that.
God, what is wrong with
Get
her?
out of here.
All right, I think we about covered it.
What do we have to look forward to this semester?
Oh, this semester or this Big Brother season? Did we talk about that?
There's not much to look forward to.
Big Brother. Who do you think's winning? If you had to pick right now,
yeah, let's do that.
do you pick Paul?
I'm gonna go with Josh.
Josh.
That's a good one. I could see that, honestly. But
You think Josh would beat Christmas if they made it to the end?
Yes. Because Josh has actually done shit.
He has done stuff.
I could see Alex carrying Jason till the end, and I'll choose Jason to win.
Damn, that was gonna be my choice.
I think people are starting to get sketched out with Jason, especially
Yeah.
after this whole not using the.
Jason is who I want to win.
Especially after not using this veto on Matt and Raven, like,
Well, everyone knew that, though.
and if
They didn't want him to do.
no,
They
they
wanted
wanted Kevin to stay up there, and he
yeah.
essentially just fucked himself with Matt and Raven's
Paul didn't
Doritos
want
now.
Kevin to go up there.
This hasn't happened. We haven't seen
Oh.
this stuff yet.
Okay.
This isn't like live feeds.
They want.
It's the
Kevin
veto
to go
we
up.
haven't seen them.
Paul
play.
did too.
Everyone
Yeah,
did.
everyone wants Kevin. That's why Paul's throwing Kevin's name
Oh,
around,
wow.
saying he won the 25,000.
Oh wow.
All right, I gotta pick. I think I'll just go Paul then.
Sorry for ruining that for you.
Okay. I'm
um,
glad he's not on the block. And not
Alex might win too, though. I'm just gonna say Paul. Seems like a safe bet.
Yeah. Because in the
Cody's
end,
gonna be so mad in the
Yeah, that's the one way Paul doesn't win is the jury house just hating him. Everyone realizing that he was playing everyone against each other the whole season.
wouldn't that? I mean, I feel like that would make me vote for him. Like,
It would make me vote for him, but people take stuff way too personally on these shows.
yeah.
Like, there's just my favorite season of Survivor was this guy Boston Rob, when he won, and I've never seen like someone control an entire game like the way he did on that show. Like they have these hidden immunity idols. He found like every single one. They would get clues for them that no one would ever find, and he would just like there's a scene of him like throwing it into a volcano. He's like, oh, I already have that one. I don't need it. No one even knows about any of this. Like he just
Oh my
ran the
God.
whole game. Had these like
a
dumb
legit volcano,
yeah.
active.
Yeah, there was lava like down in it too.
That's bullshit.
And
It's Survivor, dude.
he ran the game. There was no one even close to him
But he
that
played
season.
the game dirty.
He did, and he
Yeah.
had to. He was controlling it, And
You don't
I mean,
have to. Just
he
find
had
another
to
way.
get blood on his hands at some point if he wanted to make it to the end. He wasn't just going to slide by. And when he got to the end, people were pissed. Like, you voted me out. Well, I'm supposed to vote you out. It's the point of the game. I'm supposed to be at the end and win. And
then he did all that other shit. Too.
yeah, and people just hated him. And it took this like guy who was actually a lawyer to get up at the end and give like a big speech about how he's like, I'm not gonna, because the Final Trouble Council, they can ask questions to the people like they do for Big Brother, and he's like, I'm not gonna ask any questions. He just gave a speech about what the point of this game is. It's like outwit, outlast, and outplay or something. He went through all three, how Rob did all those and no one else did anything. And by the end of his speech, he had changed a lot of people's minds and he ended up winning the $1 million. But before that, people were so upset about like the personal stuff, like him saying, like him becoming close with people and becoming friends, and then like a couple days later voting them out, because that's what you do on the show. You can still be friends with them though. We're gonna make connections out here together. And I'm sorry, I'm set up in this game where I have to vote you out eventually. I have to vote out everyone but 2 people. Like I'm gonna piss off most people, like especially if you're the one like really controlling things and not just being carried. And he carried 2 people to the end with him. It literally did nothing. One of them was an 18-year-old girl.
I wonder why I did that.
He has a wife and 2 kids. I hope you know he actually met his wife on Survivor. She won the first time.
Was the 18-year-old?
No. But people are gonna. My point is, people are gonna get mad about Paul in the end, and they're gonna say like, Paul was my best friend. He was so nice to me, and he voted me
depends
out.
on how dirty they know he played the game.
Yeah, but should that be held against him if he's just playing the game?
Yeah,
Like,
like
he
why
has
not
this-
play the game? Is that how you're supposed to play the game?
I mean, everyone in the jury house knows, like, Paul's the reason I'm out of the house.
Who do you respect more? Someone who actually makes moves and tries to like get people out and to make it sure they get to the end, or they just ride the coattails of that person
Neither.
and don't have to.
I respect the person who does what Paul does without getting super dirty. Like,
How,
sure, there's gonna
but
be...
he hasn't gotten super.
He has. Yes, he has.
I mean, he's definitely provoked some of the Josh stuff, definitely.
Most definitely.
But I don't know. I just don't think he's gonna. He was never close with Cody. He was never close with Jessica.
Right, I understand that. Yeah.
They were the ones who were friends with him, and then all of a sudden tried to vote him out like the next day, you know. But he was been pretty open from the beginning that I don't like you, Cody and Jessica. But like, you could say, yeah, he became friends with Mark, and then kind of blindsided him a little bit. But Mark knew he was going by the end. You can't just blame it on Paul, even though Paul is running the show.
And talking to Elena, being like, "Yeah, you're safe," and then just like totally like not even trying to do that.
So he should just be like, "You're not safe. I'm coming after you."
I mean, the house numbers were already against him. Like, why not? What would be the point to not tell her if the house is already going to vote her out and the house is on the same page?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? You're going out anyways, girl. Sorry, I can't tell you you're safe because we're
But
going
he
to
was
vote your
friends
ass
with.
out.
So is it being dirty being friends with her all before that time?
No.
I don't see how it's a dirty move to be friends with someone and then vote them out.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that's a dirty move at all.
I think you have to get some blood in your hands to win this game. It's impossible to not ever
I
like
don't know. I don't think it is.
backstab people.
I think you could do it without backstabbing people.
I can't think of anyone who ever has.
Well, there's only been 19 seasons. So.
Like, who this season would you say is the closest to doing that?
Probably Kevin. I mean, he's made it so far, and he really hasn't backstabbed anyone.
Kevin's lied about a bunch of votes this season.
No, he hasn't.
He voted to keep Cody in the house, right?
Yeah, well, okay, that was one.
Paul had
And
him.
he did it a second time, too.
Paul had him do the Ramses vote.
Yeah, that was
Paul
when I just
had
mentioned
him
it.
do that, though.
That's still Kevin lying. That's still Ramses and Kevin were best friends. There was no one closer to Ramses at that point in the house than
That's
Kevin.
true.
And then he
That's
still voted him to leave.
There was another time. I think he
Yeah.
voted to evict Christmas one time.
Yeah, he threw a vote at Christmas.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. I don't know. I just think that's the way the game's set up. You have to become friends with people to be able to be close
But
to
we
them
just
and
talked
not
about
have
how
them.
voting wasn't even blood on your hands, so has he even really done anything?
Wait, what? Say that again?
We just talked about how, like, voting, that's part of the game. Like,
Yeah.
that's not really blood on your hand. Like, there's other
Yeah,
other
so
things.
I'm
But
saying
if you
like,
lie
Kevin
about
had
it, is that blood on your hands? Like,
No.
I'm
That's
just
like
saying
part of the
Paul
game.
is doing what he has to. It's no different than what Paul and Kevin are doing. If you eventually have to lie to people. It's the name of the game.
Yeah, but it's the nature of the lie, I would say.
was it in this past episode where Alex explained why she voted to keep Mark? Because she just, like, had a brain fart?
Yeah.
And-
Oh, yeah.
and, like, Jason was supposed to do it, but she had a brain fart and she did it too.
Yeah.
I've heard like that's the second time it's happened to her this season. I think it happened again like super early on. Like it might have been when like Cameron got evicted. Like she literally like just forgot the name of the person she wanted to evict.
Oh my god.
So she just said a name that she could remember.
It's probably because it's the live episodes and she has to go out and like she knows she's gonna be like on camera. Like you're gonna be on camera in that during the vote thing. The other time you don't even think about it because it's just like
That's
normal.
That's probably why
she probably just like is like wants to go out there and
now,
look good for the camera and stuff.
Can they see Julie?
I don't think so.
I don't think.
I was thinking about that last time. I bet there's just a camera sitting in front of them.
Probably.
You know,
I
a
saw
speaker.
I saw an Evil Dick tweet where he said like literally when you're in the house, the only person you ever see is the occasional like cameraman working up top during competitions.
Oh.
Other than that, like
Except that's not true this season because they had models for one of the HOHs.
Oh right.
And
I guess that's that. But like I guess the point was like you never see production people.
Yeah.
Like when you're in the diary room, like there's no one in there.
Really?
They speak to you through a speaker.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's interesting. They're really trying to mindfuck you.
Yeah, that's creepy.
We should probably end.
Yeah.
It's getting long. Devin will want to edit it. I feel like there was one more thing. Oh, this semester. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
So, we didn't introduce our titles in the beginning. Ollie is the editor-in-chief of the Oakleaf newspaper. Read our stuff and see videos and stuff. Find this podcast at theoakleafnews.com, which we are going to be doing a lot more on this semester than we have in the past. We're switching from mostly print to now going to be focusing online. We think we're going to, instead of having 6 print issues, we'll only have 3, possibly 4. But yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff online, have a lot of new podcasts that we've never really done that in the past. A lot of video, multimedia.
Instagram.
Yeah, social media. Do you want to say? Oh god, I just sneezed for a second. It was weird. Do you want to say what our social media accounts are? Do you know the names?
Follow us on Instagram at Oakleaf News, and then on Instagram at the Oakleaf News.
You said Instagram twice.
I mean Snapchat at. That's an edit for you, Devin. Fuck you. And also, I just realized this when I said that. Instagram is Oakleaf News.
Yeah.
Our Snapchat is the Oakleaf News.
Yeah.
Alright, so we need to decide on one.
I thought that we did. I thought we had a whole thing about this. Let me see.
Anyways, just search Oakleaf News and you'll find us on Snapchat and Instagram.
Our Snapchat's not on that one. Is there anything else about the semester you want to put?
Yeah, like you said, the podcast. We're gonna have some football podcasts, some basketball podcasts.
Yeah, as far as podcast goes, we'll cover. We're gonna finish out Big Brother here, which should be done in about
a month.
It feels like it's been forever. It feels like it's been so long.
It should end around probably September 20th.
It took them half a season to get 2 people out.
I know.
So dumb.
I
hated that Jessica talking point. It took them 50 days to get us out. They literally had to evict you like 4 times.
They didn't though.
So Big Brother will end and we'll get into some sports. That'll be a change. Probably do some NFL on the next couple of podcasts.
Yeah, definitely.
The season's starting.
We're gonna be looking at the Raiders.
Yeah, talking about the Raiders, talking about the Warriors when the season starts.
Fuck the Warriors.
Why? Why not the Warriors?
Lonzo. Because of Lonzo.
Yeah, we'll talk about Lonzo.
Alonzo, are you serious, bro?
We'll talk about Lonzo.
Lonzo's gonna be great.
What rookie has their own shoes already, bro? Get out of your own head.
A rookie that has a very ambitious father.
Has their own company already is weird.
Are you gonna
Kevin
let
Durant
your father
shoes
determine
as a
your
rookie.
NBA career?
Does Lonzo control his father?
No, but he's
his
letting his father control his image right now. Straight his media image.
I mean, he's
not really.
Yeah.
People don't look at Lonzo really with any negative image.
It's just
they look at
his image.
Yeah, and I think it's helped him. If anything, he's been way more. People who don't follow basketball will know his name just because of his dad. They'll know his dad's name too.
Lonzo, all that passion that LeVar puts into his on-camera presence and talking about his son and talking about all his sons and putting it into his brand and his shoe company and whatnot. Lonzo puts all that into the court. You can see all that in Lonzo's play on the court. You watch.
Have you been talking to Lonzo?
Lonzo. No, Lonzo's gonna be my #1 pick in my dynasty fantasy basketball draft.
Oh my god!
Will you get him? You have a high pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna
does good.
Wait, is that our league?
Most rookies
Yeah.
don't do good their first year. That's just how it is.
Even
Oh yeah,
that's
gonna
right.
be great.
Lonzo's gonna get shut down by
Lonzo's
some
gonna
real
be great.
players.
How's he gonna get shut down?
LeBron James is gonna make him
LeBron
cry.
James.
Like
Why would LeBron guard Lonzo?
I mean, they
he's
just.
gonna come after him just because of who he is now.
I mean, they will switch, but if LeBron, then who's their small forward for the
All right,
Lakers? He'll be wide open then.
you already know fucking Draymond Green is coming for that ass. If
Why?
Lonzo
What?
tries
No,
anything.
Clay would guard Lonzo if anything, though.
Dude,
No,
Draymond
Steph Curry
is the
would
only
guard
player
Lonzo.
that helps on every position.
Why would Steph Curry guard Lonzo?
Because Steph
Yeah.
sucks at guarding. And
Yeah, I can see Steph guarding
Clay and
Lonzo,
Draymond
so,
need to
yeah.
guard other people.
But Draymond helps.
Why wouldn't they? Lonzo,
Why not?
you don't think he's one of the better offensive players?
Not right away.
Not as a rookie.
But it's not the Lakers are good. Who else do they have?
I can't even think.
Jordan
just
Clarkson,
got
I guess.
that-
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
So yeah, Clay might guard him. But pretty soon, Clay's going to be guarding Lonzo. He will be one of the best offensive. He'll be the best offensive guard on that team very shortly. All right, we're getting way off topic. We need to finish this.
Lonzo Ball sucks nuts.
All right. Do you think that trade's going to happen? The Celtics Cavaliers trade?
I heard it was already pretty much finalized.
No, it's being held up because of Isaiah, right?
Yeah, Isaiah's hip.
He can't pass the physical.
Yeah, I think. I mean,
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean you can't pass the physical?
He's got a tear in his hip.
Oh, so that's the way.
so the Cavs are trying to milk the Celtics for more. I
They're
don't
trying
know.
to get Tatum or...
Yeah, I mean, the Celtics should really just say no. They're giving him enough. Like, I don't know. If I were the Celtics, like, sure, you can have Tatum if I get that Brooklyn pick back, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
So
other than that,
you were asking about that. I didn't realize it's only protected for the number one pick. So they can't get Porter, basically, if he goes number one, no matter what.
This-
With the Lakers
the
pick?
Brooklyn pick.
No, the Celtics Laker pick.
Yeah, the Laker pick. They get it if it's number one. If it's like 2 through 5, it goes back to the Lakers.
No, it's the other way around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so 2 through 5, the Celtics get it. So they're going to get a top player. And
Yeah.
the Lakers, if it's a number one pick, the Lakers get it. But they're not. I mean, if they'd be smart and tank, they could get Michael Porter and Lonzo on the same team. Pretty awesome.
Yup.
All right. Yeah. So we'll have other podcasts. I feel like there's something I want to say, but I can't think of
Where's
it.
LeBron gonna go?
LA.
Lakers with Lonzo.
Shut up, seriously?
I
Why
mean,
not?
in like a year, yeah.
No, I heard he's trying to get off the Cavs this year.
I mean, he can't.
Well, he's probably not going to anymore because Kyrie's leaving. That was his big beef was with Kyrie.
I mean,
But he
I
also
think
doesn't
he
want
also.
to be on the Cavs.
Yeah, I
anymore
think he
either.
also wants to leave. I think he wants to be in LA. I think he wants to play in LA, and I think he wants to finish his career as like
The
a Laker.
NBA is not going to let LeBron James move to the West.
They don't have a choice. He can sign with whoever he wants in
They're
a
gonna
year.
pull some contract bullshit or something. The West would be like the East would have no chance.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I
would
mean,
have
that's
no
what
chance.
it's been.
It would be
It's
so lopsided.
essentially what it's. But that's essentially what it's been for like the last 5 years. There's,
The only balance has been LeBron James. Like,
yeah, I mean,
scale's
yeah,
gonna go like,
yeah,
boom.
that's true. There will be literally. I mean, the Celtics they have a young
Yeah,
team, but
it's just gonna be boring basketball kind of for like a few years.
the
until the
West
East
will be
rebuilds.
awesome.
Of course, I'm sure. Yeah, the West will be awesome.
You know,
but,
I
like,
said in our group chat the other day, it's just like the NBA playoffs are the worst part of basketball season.
right.
It is terrible.
It's
Like
But the
the
West could be good.
The regular season's fun. All that, like, all the awards and stuff are fun. It's just the playoffs. Like, all right, this is a waste of time.
for real.
Yeah, it could be better this next year though. Houston's going to be better. I mean, especially the next year if LeBron actually goes to the Lakers, that'll make it
As
for
much as I
much
hate
more
Harden, I think
competitive.
it's his time too. Like to win one.
What?
James Harden. As much as I do not
It's
like
not
him
gonna
as a
happen,
player,
though.
I
I mean-
think it might. In the next, I'll give it 5 years. I say within the next 5 years, he will have a ring.
Maybe. Definitely not this year. Warriors are winning again.
And maybe not
They're
with the Rockets
repeating.
either. I could see him leaving the
As
Rockets.
long as Durant, Curry, and Draymond are on that team.
As long as Draymond
I
doesn't go
really
nut
don't believe
hunting.
the Warriors need Durant to win, but it's nice to have him. Like,
Yeah,
could-
they
could
don't,
still
they don't
be-
need him to
they
win. Definitely not.
No, definitely
But
not.
it's a guaranteed championship every year, basically,
Exactly.
with
It's
this
a sure
core
thing.
four.
Yeah, it's a sure thing.
All right, that's enough talking. Evan's gonna hate it.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. I have a headache.
You guys want to go get some food somewhere?
I'm broke. I should go home. Thanks for joining us on another episode of the Little Bunch Podcast.
Who's not going to edit that out?
Yeah, thanks for listening.